Welcome back to the whatchabob Jak 4 stream. I make the video game Jak 4. That's what I'm making. Hang on. Let's get this music a bit more low key on my side. So as always, if you're new, I'm making for legal reasons. This is not Jak 4. It's for the Open World Jam, which is a month-long game jam to make an open world game. This is about, what is this, the halfway point now? It's been the halfway point for like a week now. I think there's 2 weeks left, coming up soon. My god. Yeah, I think it ends the 19th of April, so 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, but last week I did level design. No, yesterday I did level design, not last week. Chunk 126. Yes. So we have 3 areas in which you need to get these, what are these? Little blue things. There's some little blue thing here. Yeah, this little blue thing. You need to get 3 of them to activate a machine. The machine is it just so happens to be this metal thing. This is what machines are. This is how machines look. And so the player can get 3 of them, and then activates the machine, and then that's where they realize that the game has only just begun, but the development has also only just begun because I haven't done any of that. Actually, now that I've phrased it that way, I should probably work on the plateau town, because that's where the player's actually going to do some stuff. But I don't know. I don't want to forget about the little lore stuff. Okay, let's do the lore stuff first, and then I'll do that later. I also have some ice cream here that I'm going to eat. I'm going to take it out of its bag, and I'm going to scrape off the top of the lid. You should scrape off the top of the lid, because that's the stuff that melts first, and it doesn't taste good when it's melted. That's some ice cream pro strats. From me to you. This is Stephen Colbert's ice cream. He made it himself. He turns it himself. It's called the American Dream. It's tasty. It's good stuff. Okay. We need lore. We need lore. I know there's a place where I had lore. Or some places. Oh yeah, I was going to add houses. I also need to add villagers to chunk 112. There should be at least 1 villager for each house. For now, I'm not going to do anything with them. Well, I might. Actually, I should put little NPCs. Or if there's going to be dialogue anywhere, it should be here. And the secret is that only one of these villagers will have dialogue, but it'll be written in such a way that both of them have the dialogue. I'm very clever, aren't I? And then, maybe I should add like a scaling parameter to these guys, so that way I can always make them like the kids. Because for this one, he's actually completely custom designed with a bespoke system than these other ones that have the default like tutorial or dialogue stuff, because I hadn't designed it yet. But oh well. This guy's gonna be here. He's gonna explain that the fountain saves your life, and he'll give the lore justification for it. There'll be one up here. I want the ones that are more out of the way to explain, like, weird lore. But I don't know. This is already sort of pushing my gaming abilities. Or my game dev abilities, I should say. This one's going to be out here. He's cleaning his wall. I mean, there's not going to be an animation for it. I'll just say, like, he's cleaning his walls. Should I do the writing off stream? I think I should do the writing off stream. But then again, maybe I shouldn't. I'll put this one here. She's cooking noodles. No, she's baking bread. Wait, what do they eat in like hot areas? Because you wouldn't want to use your oven too much because that's going to make the house hotter. I mean, I guess if they bake at night, because it does get quite cold in deserts at night, so you could bake stuff in the night. And then you could just have like the like cold cucumbers and what is it like? And there's lots of like cold foods that you'll have during the day in like Arabic cuisine. Hang on, I'm eating more ice cream. Speaking of cold cuisine, I'm just gonna mute for a little bit. I don't think this should be up here. Wait. Maybe it can be up here. Yeah. Because eventually you'll also need the capacitors to unlock other machines if I get around to doing that. I mean, I made a whole system for it where like these machines can dynamically release, or these machines dynamically emit signals when you put a capacitor in them, and then it does all sorts of things, but I've only used it like here. Like this is the only place where it's used. Because it used to be used for this door, but then I decided that I'm not going to open that. So this guy, he'll be just chilling. He's like the head of the village. Because I mean, look at this house. Wouldn't you want him leading your village? I don't know what I'm gonna write here. This one needs his dialogue first, so it'll be fountain dialogue. And then I'll name it so it's completely redundant. I'm just gonna keep eating this ice cream. It's so good.
Stephen Colbert. You genius. You genius.
It's the waffle cone pieces. They're making it work. And is this salted caramel? Yeah, Stephen Colbert knows how to make a mean ice cream. Okay, but first off, I have to add water to the fountain. Like, I have to do something with the fountain. Like, it can't just be, like, healing for no reason. So it's gonna be... Look at that, it's water. And then we can do Can I just use a quad mesh for here? I think I can just use a quad mesh. Uh-oh. Tragic. I think I have to put in a bit more work. Actually, look at that. It's like it was on purpose. And then it'll be, I guess, all the way metallic? What does that look like? Let's see what it looks like in game, because it should have like reflections and stuff. Well, not actually reflections, but like pretend reflections. Oh wait, I need to get this out of here. That's my funny little label for when I start the stream. I'm going back for another bite of ice cream. It's too good. It's gonna ruin the stream. All my viewers gone. Also, I think I may do like a beacon system for fast travel, and then I'll have like a depot here. And so you just have to go up to something and like it automatically activates. And then the complexity will be for later areas, you know, it's just a platforming challenge. We have to go up there. And there may or may not be enemies. And the further along, the more ridiculous it is. I also eventually start needing, or will start needing, I don't know what I'm actually trying to say or how to structure it grammatically. I need to start balancing later areas for players with the upgrades, because there's movement upgrades and stuff, and currently I'm just playing completely unupgraded. So I should design it with those in mind to reward the players and require, sort of, I guess, require grinding. Ooh, 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 look at that. It's like a thing. It's like a thing. I mean, I wonder what it looks like. I did a bad job with it, so it'll be, if I make it transparent and have this slightly down, it won't look right. Yeah, because tragically, I just need a circle. Wait, can I just... I can just add this to the... No, I'm not going to add it to the fountain. I don't care. How many rings? Let's say 17. That's a good number. Look at that. A 17 gone. Actually. Look at that. Now it's quads. Now it's quads. Just ignore the 17 gone in the center. Now I need to export it, and I keep forgetting where to do that. I hope me licking like my teeth doesn't come across on the microphone because it's a gross sound in my head. But I think it's just one of those things that's in your head because it's literally in your head because it's your mouth. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm assuming. Where is circle? It's not here. I put it in the wrong space? No, I put it in the top level because it's important. You know, like the entire world, the NPCs, and the circle. A circle. One circle. Crucial stuff. Does it work if I put the material here? I can never remember. This means that it'll never face quite right. Or that if I tilt it, it won't look right. What if, bear with me here, what if I add a script to automatically rotate the fountain? And like that's all the script does. This is dumb. Oh well. Water up equals global. No. Circle. Dot. Y. So yeah, this is the old song and dance of rotating a vector to match another vector. So we have to do vector 3. First we get the cross product. And then if that's normalized, which means that there's actually something that we can rotate around, then we can get the angle. And then we can do a circle. Yeah, there we go. And so, we go back here. We can see that this fountain has our water. Very lovely. And then let's go, there's chunk 126, which will have, it has a fountain somewhere, I swear. Doesn't it? Isn't there a fountain here? No, there's a fountain in chunk 124 though. Right in front of the thing. See? Why did it click there? Interesting. Oh. Sweep up a little bit more. Because now it needs to show that it has water. And I guess it can't be tilted too far, because otherwise the water will peek out over the top. But we can test that. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Look at that. Beautiful. It's just too far. It just moves too far. I don't know how to fix that. Or no, it doesn't rotate too far. It's just... It'd be cool if I could automatically rotate it down as well. Or automatically move it down, I should say. Okay, so that's about the limit. What is that? Rotation of about 8 degrees, so that's the max. Alright, yeah. That one's perfect. I also need a checkpoint right in front of this one as well, because what if the player dies here? They're not going to have anywhere to go. Wait, it might be... I'm pretty sure there's a fountain here. In chunk 137. Let's analyze. Let's see how fair that is. So if they died... Also, I should check this one to make sure angle is appropriate. So if the player dies in chunk 126 up at here, essentially imagine the chunk down here, then they have to spawn right there. So yeah, from there to there, they'd have to run all the way back up. That sucks. I'm just going to put a fountain right at the top of the mountain in this same chunk. That'll be the rule. There has to be a fountain in the same chunk as the towers. Ooh. It's almost reasonably placed. Oh, okay. So when I scroll in and out, it doesn't actually change the position of the thing until I move my mouse a little bit. So like, oh, well now it's just not working. That's cool. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's because it has like the drag and drop functionality, so it's like a fixed distance away from the camera, and then if you scroll back out, you have to move your mouse a little bit before it does that. Okay, I know. I understand how it works. Now I don't need to get mad at that like I was getting mad at placement yesterday. More of this ice cream. Stephen Colbert should quit this TV business and get into ice cream. Seems really good at it. Seems like he has a knack for it. This is tasty ice cream. You should go get Stephen Colbert's ice cream. I think he's real proud of it. I'm real proud of him. I'm real proud of it, is what I was saying. This is an incredibly barren place. What should I have here? Maybe there's just nothing. That's idiotic. I need to stop messing around and actually put my little NPC guys and put their dialogue and stuff. Okay, so essentially she doesn't appreciate that the water is actually very important, because basically the water, it fully heals you, also saves your game, doesn't play any sound effects or anything tragic. And it's funny, the sky is so bright at the horizon that it actually has some glow. Yeah, that's what water looks like. Don't need anything more for that. So yeah, I think she's being polite. She doesn't fully appreciate that they're letting her drink for free. Is that a mechanic that I want? That you have to pay some people to unlock the fountain? Hmm. Hmm. That's actually a pretty interesting idea. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. In chunk 137, was it? This fountain's gonna be cordoned off with some sort of little fence, and then you have to pay for it. I'm gonna make one of those right now. It'll be some sort of like fountain temple, I guess. Let's make it have like 24, and it'll be, I guess, 5 meters around. How will I do this? Also, I have a good idea for the project. No, I don't have a good idea. Do I want to make... So it's like the eternal question is, do I want to make more content? The answer is, I guess. That's what roofs look like, isn't it? And there'll be some sort of door right here. And, that's good enough. So yeah, most fountains will be unlocked only through giving them gems, or maybe this will be for bugs. You have to spend bugs to get this unlocked. What's with this one? I don't like how it looks. I don't like how those vertices look. epic. See, now we have a doorway. I also need to add the, that's a pretty low doorway, but it is for the guys. It is for those little funny little men. So this is water hut collision. And it should tantalize the player by showing them what's in there, all the goodies that are in there, which is basically just, you know, the absolute most basic essentials of their existence. I need like that, and then it'll be something like this. And then it'll just drop down. I mean, this is a really weird looking door, but it's specifically so that the player can't get in, but they can see in. What a weird looking door this is. Yeah, that's good enough. Then I'll just blow it up a bit. Let's see. I'm gonna take one more bite of ice cream, then I'm gonna put this in the freezer because it's getting a bit soft for my liking. Just some delicious ice cream. If you ever meet Stephen Colbert, tell him I think his ice cream is pretty good. See, that's what doors look like. That's a high quality door. Maybe like that. And then it just drops down like that. That's a high quality. That's how doors work. This is such like a mean, stingy game. Just like cordoning off checkpoints behind a non-renewable currency. Oh wait, hang on. I need to solve this little issue here. There we go. See, now it looks much more respectable. Entities. Yeah, it'll be entities. And it'll be Oh, wrong thing. Material. Okay, so for the water hut itself, it's gonna be the normal material that I use here. So what? This bricks. However, for this, it's gonna be just the actual brick itself. Because if I use the brick material and it moves, for the door is a bit awkward because you can see like the texture doesn't move. It's based on the static position of the world, so it's just gonna. And I mean, it doesn't look that good because it's extruded meshes and stuff. But I'm not gonna deal with textures and stuff. What I am gonna deal with is a door, and so the way the doors work is they just have an animation player that says activate. Or they assume there's an animation player, and it assumes there's an animation called activate. And then, where is it? Also, I'm going to say that they have a stat. So there's also like a... So you can open a door globally by setting something in the stats script, and that'll be like if stat is not equal to nothing, then it'll do var stat power equals global stat tracked stat. And this will only be for when yeah, because I'm just going to have it so that it unlocks permanently. So tracked stat, global.stat. And also it'll have dot connect. I need to have a script for stat changed. So yeah, so it'll connect stat changed self action on stat changed stat value. If stat equals track stat. Power 0. Add power value. There we go. And then, this has to be a, this can't collide here. It has to collide somewhere else. I mean, I guess I could just disable collision. I don't care. So yeah, it'll just disable collision. Just do like, I don't know. Key that. And then I'll actually change the keys to like nothing. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Brilliant, am I right? But where should the water hut be located? Because now it's a bit awkward that it has to be there. I'll eventually get it just in the right position. It's also smaller than I wanted it to be. Yep, too small. This, 1.5. Now this animation player is going to be all screwed up. So yeah, water is a very valuable commodity here. So to get access to their fountain to save, you have to just pay up. Or you have to keep using the consumable quick saves. Which, I mean, I guess those are even more convenient. I wish I had my ice cream still. I can't believe I've already gone through like half the time that I was intending to stream. How did I do that? Where did the time go? Let's get this. Okay, so to drink from the fountain. Thank you. Oh, not free per se. Yeah, this little guy, he just knows per se. Like, he's a bit more fluent. You paid as part of your Wait, but there's a checkpoint literally right next to the fountain. There's a... I think I'm gonna need to implement that quick save system, because I don't think it makes sense for there to be... Well, because this save point doesn't matter if you can... If there's just a save point right here. Like... I'm just gonna remove that one. This is supply and demand, and I am creating artificial demand for a dumb product. How visible is it in there? I guess it's sort of visible. I'll tilt it towards the camera, or towards the window, so that way the player gets a good look at it. See, look at all that tasty water. You can't save for miles around here. You better while you can. Tracked stat will be chunk 137/water. And then he'll have some dialogue once I get around to that. With the lodgings. And he will have, so it'll be, first it'll be I'll do like water then. Otherwise, it'll be like oh yeah, currently there's a bug where indenting after a speaker doesn't work right, so I don't care. I'll just add you to all of these, because currently it only does the first one when you've indented, otherwise it goes back to the main speaker. So I'm just gonna not bother with it. Five death nets? They'll have a lot by now. I mean, I guess I'll do 5 for now. So it'll be like, count bug greater than 5. Nah, it's just gonna be the same dialogue. Well, no, it'll be like... I'll do that. And then I'll have wait, I need to also just do like, no, it'll be global dot add item bug -5. And a fun little thing about this is that I can just put them all on the same line, which is very, very good for readability, I think. I'll just have that on the second line. Nah, I want it so that he takes the money, and then on the second line, the door comes down, because this will come down immediately. Thank you for your patronage. Your business. Will there be a local shopkeeper? Nah. let's put this one on there. So this funny little guy, so he's the water tender. This guy's fun. I like this guy. Let's see if I can get here. Oh wait, I should do the testing at the end, because I need to test all the dialogue. Like I need to add the dialogue for this guy. He's also a water tender, but he's just nice about it. Yeah, our high quality water rendering technology. It's very high quality, very realistic, I think. You know, I really splurged on that one with like the, you know, with the real time planar reflections and the parallax shading, and the normal maps and the tessellation on that. I mean, it's a 17 gun. That's pretty high quality. Do you know how many triangles that is? It's like 8. Where am I going? I'm going all the way to village. Maybe I just need to... I'll just cheat again. Where's my save? Move speed up 20. Yeah, because I'm not testing how it actually feels to move. See, this is much easier. Oh. What did I do? Who is this? Entries.door. Oh, okay. It needs to just extend spatial. It's like, I don't care if it can actually move, or if it's supposed to move or anything like that. I just care that it has an animation player. But yeah, so if you missed yesterday, I added all this stuff, well, quote unquote, all this stuff. There's not a whole lot of all this. Wait, where did the bridge, why did the bridge take so long to, why did it disappear? I should have added, I should start putting in the low res versions of things before it's too late, because I could just add all the static stuff now to like low res maps, and then they're always loaded, and then it only loads in the dynamic stuff, or it only unloads that stuff. Okay, let's see, because I need to make sure that the stuff works. Alright, I need to add it to the list of environmental geometry stuff. Water hut. Static collision. 9. And now, the camera hits it. Oh wait, let's make sure that his dialogue works. So thanks for your patronage. Okay. So I'll just copy that and paste it for all the other villages with water. Because there is no free lunch anymore. This would be an infuriating boss run, though. Like, if you actually die here, it'd be really annoying. This is bad game design, actually. Because it's going to be like Like with no move speed up, if you die and you spawn here, that's going to be really irritating. Do I just move it further up? I could do that. I mean, there's plenty of space here. Why is this guy here? Like, how did this guy get out of here? Eh, that's an okay one. Wasn't there a wardrobe in this guy's? Man. Move speed up times 20 is irritating. Wait, why am I only getting uncommons? Ooh, that one's okay. I kind of like how understated it is. I'll go with it. So yeah, I'm gonna add, it'll be right at the edge here. I mean, it doesn't really make sense geographically why this guy has his like hut up there. And then the fountain. Eventually. So these all go at the bottom. Yeah, because I mean, like, the water doesn't, like, this isn't a place where water would stay. Like, this is a terrible place to be drilling a well. Or digging a well, I guess. I don't know if they have, like, well, no, they have drills. Like, they're not, like, cavemen. They just live in stone because it's cheap. You know, readily made materials and all that. And there's too much sand for, like, other stuff. Why is there a... I mean, this is... Okay, this guy's gotta go then. Because it doesn't make sense for him to be there. I mean, I know all my fans were hankering for a coat. I'll just put him in chunk 138, just like out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I think, let's see, I want it to be like just like a little arena of like upturned stuff. What am I even looking for? Entities environment. This will be one of them with like a bunch of ruins. Look at that. Gaming content. There'll be like a couple of these and then palace one. Maybe like a palace roof. Another one. Just there for the heck of it. I mean, there's a lot of these palaces around. They don't seem that special anymore. Why did I call this scrap pile? It's not a pile. It's just a thing. It's just a little, like, funny little guy. And there'll be a scrap 2, not that one. I was gonna just continue the numbers of just like have this be. I mean, I could always just rename them to scrap 3, 4, and 5, or 5, 6, and 7, or I guess they are 3, 4, and 5, but I'm not going to. Because that means that it would imply that I'm gonna remember what I called them and like number them logically. So yeah, he'll drop a coat, and it'll be uncommon to rare, and it'll be 60 health. See, this is all much more reasonable than having that guy there. Okay. Gamers, you know this song and dance. I'll put the gem here. Ha ha. Ha ha, very funny. I can put gems up. Actually, I do need to put some gems here. Because there was a... yeah, there's a bug out here hidden in a way. So I'll put a gem there. And then it'll reward people for their patience. But okay. Did that. Ha ha. And now if I go back here... oh, look at that. It works. I just need to make a scene that contains every single physics object, and then anytime I can't place something against a physics object, I just go to that scene. I just have it open all the time. And I was looking into what I would need to do to add a little sidebar here. Well, I opened up a page and then didn't read it, but I'll do that eventually. Yeah, this will be the challenge. That's a good platforming challenge, I think. And then look at this. It'll be like a puzzle. It'll be like... ooh, how do I get behind there? How do I get behind there? What an intriguing puzzle. What great puzzle design. I'm a very fantastic game designer, actually. Like, look at this. Check this out. Bug. See, I think there's enough bugs in here practically. Like, there's 3 bugs here. That's nearly enough for the 5 that you need to get to save at in 137. And I was very relieved that there was a suitable spot in 137 for him, because I did not want to have to rename the 3 things that I named. Yeah, look at that. That's a high quality. That's a very good, this is a very good, like, design. This is like a level of a video game. That's high quality, I think. Let's actually see what that looks like. Oh, right. Movement speed up. Oh, right. The wardrobes save, so this is stupid. Oh, wait, but it does heal you. The wardrobes don't heal you. But then again... Then again, it's more convenient. Like, you're paying for the convenience of being near this boss area. Maybe I should have a joke about how this isn't a good place to dig. Like, he should be in the bottom of the valley, like... You know, like, this is a place to dig. I mean, I can see why he didn't, because this is a pretty inconvenient area. What with... Wait. Oh, these guys take a very long time to get angry. Yeah, you see, that's a rather dubious quality. Or... low quality place. And then... yeah, you see that fountain, and then you see this. It's like, aha. Look at this. Ooh, I actually kind of want that coat. What did he do to me? Ah, that's a cute one. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, this is like one of my favorites, actually. Wait, where was it? It was like over here. That's bad design. That's bad game design. Hang on. I'm gonna... once and for all, I'm gonna fix this. The distance to load... yeah, the minimum distance to load... no, that's like 350. Minimum distance must load? That's like 100. And the time to unload... yeah, load time, unload time, those are good. Actually, this is going to be like 550. So yeah, chunks will just be, like, most of the time there's going to be, like, I think, like, 9 or 10 chunks in memory at any time. Because, like, this isn't a lot of memory. Like, this isn't going to take up... like, this isn't killing the average person's computer nowadays. What's going to kill their computer is having to constantly unload and load things, because I only load, like, 2 at a time. Like that frame drop from there. I still need to make it asynchronous, yuck. And yeah, I mentioned at some point, I tried to put it in a separate thread and it deadlocked the game. Like, at the very start, before it had even loaded anything, so I don't know what was up with that. I guess it was just some sort of resource contention at the start. Oh, I bet I know what it was. It was because at the start, yeah, there's probably just some initialization that's like resource contention at the very beginning when it's like loading other stuff as well. So it was like trying to load in a bunch of nearby chunks. So I was waiting for the thread, and then one of those threads must have been waiting for something else to be finished, like the actual game to load otherwise. Yeah, I'm happy. This is a nice coat. This is a good coat. I need a bug in there. No, I need a gem in there. I mean, that's not like a bug puzzle. Come on. I can't just give these things out for free. That's ridiculous. It is sort of odd how a bunch of NPCs are just going to be not doing anything most of the time, or like not interactive. Not interactive? Where did this thing go? Almost. I just don't have the time to write dialogue for all of them. I mean, maybe I do. No, but I need like hundreds of these guys. I'll think of lore to add in chunk 112. That's where the most important lore is. And so this chunk is done. 130, 126, I could do with some more stuff in there. 138. Yeah, that's good enough. Just one little thing there. I mean, a lot of these, they're not going to be brilliant. Because I have to do... what, I still have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I still have 135 chunks to go in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. What else did I need? So that. The cliffside houses are cool. Am I going to do a side quest? I'm not going to do a side quest or dialogue for those. Oh wait, no. I will do something for 136. Maybe not a side quest, but... What am I doing? It's like I'm trying to go fast, but the problem is my brain is not really capable of that, so I just don't do things. Look, a little man. He'll be called the Hermit. I should be focusing on the main stuff, but Hermit136.dialogue. Ine said. I don't want to show that. But I do want to change these so that they don't have any capacitors. 5 health ups, 5 stamina up, stamina recovery, damage, jump height, move speed, 15 bugs. I'll even put in the quick save thing now. What should we call it? Just a flag, I guess. See, nah, he'll have 10 at a time, but they'll cost like 250. No, they'll cost 125. Whatchabobs each. And yeah, this is the JSON for the shop stock. It has brilliant nomenclature, very easy to read. Now, what should the Hermit have? Miss me? I don't know the word for I in this language. Ko? Maybe he'll just say nothing of interest. I can't think of anything interesting. Yeah, so for now there's nothing interesting with that character. Oh. Maybe I should make it so that the dialogue can trigger when you're in the air, because otherwise you can just walk right off the edge. Wait, how far do you have to fall, actually, to get to die? That's too far. It should be like half that. Where is the player? Oh right, there's a bug. There's a bug with falling here. So, I'm gonna check this again because I thought I'd fix this. Yeah, it unloads the level collision just long enough for you to fall out of the world. I think it's because something is in the load queue. Yeah, see? But first off, I know, what if I just have the minimum chunks active or something? No, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna have to debug that. That's more important. Oh, wait. No, I'm getting, like, distracted. I need to just do one change here. A single line change here that I would forget otherwise. Because there's just a death height somewhere. And then I can start to debug stuff because I already have this nice little thing here. It's a side panel that tells me which layers are active, which are going to be queued to load, which are queued to unload. So if we jump across, we can see that there's some chunks loaded or queued to load. Then the active chunks have changed, the unload chunks are queued to unload. Yeah, so we have a bunch of active chunks. We have a bunch of chunks queued to unload. Though it does take a while. Now the load queue. Okay, so that seems to be working right. And we can tell because, well, things tend to disappear when before. Actually, let's see how far away I have to get from that. Okay, now it should be unloaded in like 10 seconds. Yeah, there we go. Then I can turn back around. Wait, what happens if I cross the border and then immediately uncross the border? Yeah, okay, so okay, so that works right. Because I can immediately go to the unload queue. So those, yeah, so then when I cross that threshold, the unload queue is emptied. And I have a whole bunch of active chunks. And we have a bunch of stuff that's queued to unload. They're all unloaded. And so I think what's happening is when I jump off the ledge, it correctly assumes that chunks should be unloaded. So yeah, like a bunch of stuff is getting unloaded now. Then why is this? Oh, I think now because no, what? It was in the active chunks, and then it was unloaded. So like it's not even in the unload queue or load queue. It's in the active chunks. Let's see what happens. I think changing that distance could help because now the bounding box is like different. But I'm gonna figure this out first. Okay, so it is it's in the unload queue. And then I'm teleported back. And then it's in the active chunks. And then it should eventually unload this. Yeah, so we see that exact same bug again. So I think a particularly clever player. Where am I? Yuck, I'm inside this now. That's great. So it's something to do with... It's not getting removed from the unload queue. I don't think. When it goes back to active chunks. But it is. So why is it then... Like, it's in the active chunks list now. But when you wait the 10 seconds, it still is unloaded. Let's do... I need to print stuff, I think. If chunk name in chunk unload waitlist. Okay, so it has a bunch of chunks that are inactive. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's gonna list a bunch of those. What does the fast load do that it doesn't do properly? Because it's when it's... The player should be within the min square dist. Wait, no, the min dist must load. So yeah, if instant or must load has point local, then it marks it active. Otherwise it queues load. So queue load works just right. Mark active is not doing all the stuff that's needed, I don't think. Okay, I think it just needs to do this as well. So it removes it from both lists. And I think mark inactive should do both of those as well. Because basically this is what decides when it, like, typically it'll actually queue them up. Or basically just put them in a wait list, so that way... I guess it should only do like one every like couple frames, or like one a second or something in the queue frame. Like have a load time cooldown, so that way you don't load like... Okay, so it's still doing it. That's not good. What is happening there? What happens if I go really far away? It's like... So it should be 10 seconds or something. Yeah, then it unloads. Just for a second. Just for like half a second. Which is weird. Let's see what happens if I go this way. And so I'm gonna go back to chunk 126 where I was. And if it's a load queue bug, or an unload queue bug, it shouldn't like cause me to fall through the floor again. But I don't think it is actually. Maybe I should change it to like 1 second for the testing. Okay, I think it is a... Okay, so it is an unload queue bug. When it's marked as unloaded. Why then? Wait, I don't even want to bother with this guy. Like, do you see his coat? Look at that. That's so subpar. Yeah, I'm not even gonna pick that up. I just killed you for the joy of it. How do I fix this? Is it working fine now? What? No, okay, so it's in the queue. What is doing that? Okay, spawning code. Chunk 138 is inactive. Okay, so that's not helping me because that is there. So it should only be when it's marking a chunk that was already active, inactive. But I mean, I'm printing the list of things that are going to be marked inactive. There's no way that, like, there's no reason for this to be marked inactive. Unless I'm in the right key, I'm in the right chunk, aren't I? No, I'm an idiot. It's chunk 138. Yeah, this is the... Okay, so I'm an idiot. So why is it that the chunks that are near me are then loaded, but the chunks that aren't near me, is it because it's marked very... Okay, so it's in the unload queue still. Why is it in the unload queue if it's inactive chunks? He's inactive. Print chunk dot name is active. Yeah, because you can see that it's still in the active chunks list. And then it's marked as being ready to unload. And then for some reason, it's the one chunk. Why is this the chunk? Why is it the one chunk that I'm standing on is the one that's marked as... It's marked as inactive twice. No, 3 times, even. I'm gonna actually print when the player dies. This is exhilarating content for the game. I mean, I guess it's important, but it can't be marked inactive. Oh no, it's because it's not... Well, why is it not updating? Okay, so player died. Chunk 138 is active. But that doesn't... What am I doing wrong then? Because it literally should mark it active because it's in the thing. Update active chunks. For chunks and chunk load waitlist and unload waitlist, it does this stuff. So yeah, is there just something wrong? But it doesn't mark it as inactive. Player within. That'll be a lot of printing because it updates every time I move 10 meters. And that time it didn't work because it needs to be, I need to go far enough to queue and unload for that one, chunk 138. And then we'll see it disappear. But how does that work? Why would it load right after it unloads? There's nothing here that checks. So like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, it marks it. It should not be in the inactive list when the player's within the load zone. In chunk unload waitlist, it's removed. Is it doing this wrong? I don't get it. Almost. 138 is not in there. Okay, 138. It doesn't... Okay. He needs to stop. Removing 125 from unload list. Removing. Why is it not removing 138 from the load list? What is it that? When I press. It's just literally doing random stuff. I'm trying to select all this text so that I can, like, do it somewhere usable. Stop playing this music. Player died. So the player is within these chunks. Removing... Okay, so it removes all of these chunks from the unload list. It doesn't remove this one from the unload list. Why does it not remove that one? That should be, like, the one that's most removed from the unload list. Like, it's literally marking it active. They're within the load list. And so yeah, with all of them. So it's just this one. If player. So it's just something wrong with my update active chunks, because it should, if it marks the player active, like this should be up here. Must load zone. If the chunk is in active chunks. Okay, I'm stupid. This has to be first. Like, it has to remove it. And the same with the load waitlist. If you're marking it inactive, it shouldn't be queued for the load anymore, regardless of whether it was already inactive. Because it should immediately remove it from the... Because it's basically marking it active again, because it's still active, but it's queued to unload. So then if it's, you know, instant... So the bug was just, if it was then instantly marked as active again. Yeah, there we go. And so chunk 140 is still... Why is it still in the unload queue and active? I guess that was one that I was actually just far enough away from to be unloaded. Where even is 140? Is it this way? Okay, it's this way. Okay, glad we solved that exciting little mystery. Let's remove all of these print statements, including this one, which I didn't even add. The funnest part of my day is debugging all of this stuff. Oh geez, it's already 7:20. What was my objective for the day? Work on Plateau Town? That certainly didn't happen. I can at least start on it. So yeah, I want to make a town up on this plateau. So I think gonna do something better, or gonna do something fun with it. Let's at least draft up a plan so that I have an idea of what to do for tomorrow. There should be like some little huts, like maybe here at the base. I don't know how big this is. I should have added a hut for scale. Wait, I have the technology to do that. Hut. Where is hut? It's not even attempting. It's like it's not even making an attempt at putting this. Where am I? It's like not even the slightest attempt at making that look right. Okay. Oh wow, those are actually minuscule. Okay. So that's actually kind of the wrong scale. It should be like that almost. So there'll be, I don't know, a few huts around here, maybe one of those other palace things. And there'll be like I want there to be like trees here. I don't know why there'd be trees on this side of the plateau, but I don't know. Maybe the shade helps keep it moist or something. And then there'd be like a precarious little path up this side. Yeah, I guess that's okay. I don't think there'd be a palace there. There'd be like a palace here. And then for the actual up here, I want there to be like one really big tower. And this is actually going to be like some sort of like weird superstructure. So it'll be like all triangular like the specters are, the monsters. And then it'll be like a techno city with like a perfect grid line, a perfect gridiron. This will be very easy to develop, I think. And then I don't know what else would be up here. I think the rest of the buildings will be like all blown out and destroyed and stuff. And there'll be some trees. Why not? Just arbitrarily, this place has trees. I know, there's even like a big tree. This is all very reasonable for like a day. For like a 2 hours day's work. There'll be a tree wrapped around the thing. The big city thing. And yeah, like some big old towers. So these are huge buildings. I'll just make them out of like prefab parts. I'll be a bit more precise with them than I was with the copper towers, because those are crumbling. Though there will be some copper stuff here as well. So yeah, there'll be like a one of those decayed copper towers. Actually, maybe a few of them. And then also some huts, like just a bunch of huts around like here. And maybe they've built some kind of wall around this side of it, like there's monsters on this side. Yeah, that's a good little monster. I guess this could be... Nah, I think it's fine to have that on the safe side. And then there's like something over here, like an older tower. Yeah, there'll be 2 towers. Probably just exactly the same mesh, though with maybe different internals. This will be a whole day's work, I think. I'll make this. This will be like Saturday and Sunday. So I don't know. What am I? Why am I doing sound effects there? All the wardrobe content. Yeah, that'll be how that works. I'm also going to fix coat rarity on Friday. And that'll be it. So yeah, these 3, I doubt these will be that important. Let's see if I'll finish up Plateau Town. So this will be like a big whole thing. And I don't know if I want the gridiron. Maybe it should be like more creative than that. I have the technology. Ugh. I can do... Let's temporarily disable the world environment, if I can do that. So yeah, and I've changed my mind on this. There's going to be like 1 tower, so I think the player will be like, there'll be like starting villages here, and then there'll be a path up to this side. So yeah, and then it'll end right here. Some more huts. Like, I don't know, pretty decent sized village I think could exist here. I'll have to beef this up. Like it'll be like a full path and stuff. And like some cool... I think there'll be a cool little mini village, or a village here, or maybe some sort of like mini dangerous area, so it'll be like... That's danger. That's what danger looks like. And then... Yeah, the tower here... will be double danger. But information about your mom would be right here. So also this needs to be harder to reach. So it'll be, because right now it's probably decently possible to climb up this, so I'll have to beef this up, add a bit more drama to it, make it a bit more of a cliff face on this side and a bit more of a slope on this side, and there'll be like a wall here. Yeah, some sort of combination of natural and unnatural forces have blocked off the road there. Let's see, I think... What are the natural contours? What does this want to be? Because this was like some sort of advanced society, so it's very different from the copper infrastructure. And it still continues over on this side. It's just they don't want to step on, I guess, the toes of the ancient ones, or the cool ancient ones. There's the sucky ancient ones, and then the cool ancient ones. And I've decided they also probably built the medium as well. And then there's like, I don't know, there's a spiral here. And there's like a... I don't know what would be here. A tower or something. And this is where the big tree is. So there'll be a big cool tree. And it'll be... and there'll be the tower growing into it. And this will be a landmark. I'll have to remember to make sure that this is registered in the low terrain, or like the low res system. I think, actually, I will refine the low res system. So basically, all it does for now is it'll be static content that's always in the scene and always loaded, and it's not even removed from the tree. It's just the dynamic content is built on top of it, though that'd be kind of hard. That'd be hard to do. Never mind. I'm doing it exactly as I was going to do it. It'll just be like, I'll just make like, it'll just have the static meshes, and then there'll be like static bodies. So I'm actually going to change the color here, so that way it's very easy to determine that this is a tree. So yeah, look at that. That'd be pretty cool. And there'll be like, I don't know if this is a very practical street arrangement. And what sort of buildings do they have? I guess it'd be like, I don't know, glass. And so yeah, there's monsters all over in here. But there are like paths along the rooftops. I'll do that in like dotted lines. So it'll be like safe passage. You can like jump across stuff and like climb up stuff. And then you can eventually get to here relatively unharmed. I guess it might be there's gonna be stuff in the tree, but we'll see what that looks like. This is actually like a cool area now. I don't know what's gonna be on this side though. I know. This is gonna be a copper wall. These span a bunch of chunks, but it's going to be hard to deal with that. Also, these are like really big for the huts. I think the huts are like this big actually by scale. But yeah, there's going to be a bunch of huts. There's going to be a fountain here. And it'll be free. There'll be also a fountain here for money. I'll have to focus on like, what do I want these designs to say? This is concept art. Oh. BAU town. And what should be in here? There's just a little valley here. There should be some little treats. Eh. We'll cross that bridge eventually. Yeah, wow. That is so much bigger than the starting village. It's like this is like a third of the... It's like this will be like a whole segment of the game here, getting those 3 capacitors. You know, up there and then down there. And then it's like, okay, now what do I do? And you wander out again, and this time you go up the plateau. I mean, I guess you could go up the plateau first. And there'll be some capacitors there, because you'll eventually need to do more stuff with them. So that way, if the player goes up here first, they can get a capacitor, and they can also get the information that's going to be relevant when they talk to their mom, or when they talk to the medium. Yeah, I'm thinking about, and now I'm thinking about what exactly I want for the rest of the train. Like this, bad. Looks bad. It looks very obviously like I just like used a tool and like was pressing on it. So I gotta do some stuff with this stuff here. Like also here, it's very clear. I was just dragging vertices around with like a deformed tool. Because at least this part, it looks vaguely natural. Like it actually looks like a video game environment. And this is a little bit pushing it, it's a bit blobby. But at least there's a little bit of interest with this. Did I do anything with that? I think it's right at the border. I need to do something with this chunk 1, whatever it is. That's on the to-do list. That's chunk 125. That's on the to-do list. Where is it on the to-do list? I don't know. And I did a little bit with 138 here. Is this 138? It is. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. I would also like a bit of a border around the terrain so you don't see under it, but that's fine. That'll be okay. Yeah, this mountain needs to be, I think, whipped into shape a bit more. It's kind of lame. And there needs to be more stuff. All up this. And all up this. So it's a bit less like I just dragged a random chunk of terrain up. What else did I have here? Yeah, I guess there's just some trees and stuff. Just more trees. Whole bunch of them. And that'll give the player the chance to climb some trees. That'll be fun. And yeah, and there'll be like a tree at the border of the wall here. And that'll be how you actually get up. So yeah, it's like there's something here that is causing all of the monsters to come out. And so they erected this copper barrier. Or the copper folks. So yeah, then there's the copper stuff here. So there's a bunch of just like, I don't know, palaces. That's gonna be fun, making like 16 palaces. Nah. I will do that, but it'll be a bit more restrained, because it'll be like... This is like a fancy race car. Yeah, they have some sort of spiral street pattern. Doesn't seem like a very good street pattern. In fact, it feels like it's very suboptimal. But it looks like a race car, and they like to have fun. And then there's towers, like there's the copper towers. And then maybe a couple copper towers on this side of the border, but this is like... I don't know where they did their stuff. And I guess there's a few, like, there's stone villages here, because it's relatively safe-ish. I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be all that safe with just one lousy wall, because they can literally just crawl down the side of the mountain, like into here, and then climb back up. There's just a wall on all sides of it. They tried their best. It wasn't good enough. And now they're suffering immense torment for it. It'll be hard to make all this stuff. This is a lot of like meshes and complex work. Because I want it to be properly split at the borders still. So I'll just have to make some sort of like little marking system. I guess I could have pushed the wall a bit further. Yeah, I'll push the wall a bit further so that it matches the border, or I don't have it intersecting the borders directly, so it's only here that there's a border. Okay. I think I have a vague game plan. Put down some streets, or I guess toughen up the geometry first. Make a path up here, make it not a path up here. Then put down some streets. They'll be fancy, they'll be cool, they'll be epic. Then put down some walls, then the buildings, and there'll be the familiar stone huts. Actually, there'll be some new stone huts. I'll mix it up a little bit with some new stone huts. And there'll be a bunch of monsters in this area. And a bunch of crazy, like, techno buildings. And the monsters that are all dead. And the tower. This will be a big, big tower. And always visible. Yeah. I think that's a good plan for Saturday. And then tomorrow, I will do, some exciting stuff. Fix coat rarity. Sound effects, non-animation synced. And music in tutorial. Great stuff. Alright. Nope. Oh wait, I closed the wrong folder. So now my stuff is lost, and I'll have to reopen it and figure out where I was. Oh well. As always, thank you for watching. Goodbye.